the numbers don't lie. Breaking it down, play by play, eye to eye. Stats on the board, heat in the booth, fast takes, deep dives, searching for truth. From the court to the field, it's precision we bring. With a mic and a metric, we dissect everything. Analytics, this, where the game gets real. Feel the data, hear the steel. Crunching numbers.
Yes, this is draft week.
Running hot takes every day.
Talk about numbers. Let's talk about numbers, baby.
Beyond the highlights, behind the scenes, we break it down, no in-betweens. Legacy, power, tactics, and grit. If it's in the game, we're talking it. Analytics, this, say it loud. Not this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I like the yeah.
We have a fun show tonight because we're in the final stretch, 6 days away from the 2026 NFL draft in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It will
Yes.
be a
Boo.
glorious day. Yeah, I know. But I mean, we're gonna have next Friday, folks. We're gonna have a second round watch party starting 7 p.m. Eastern time next week. Different guests, different people. I invited a bunch of people. And Flex, thanks for liking it. And I'm gonna repost it too, brother. Thank you.
Now
Thank you,
who's
Flex.
bringing the chicken salad? Who's bringing the chicken salad?
Lana, I don't know. I don't know. So we're gonna have that, but there's so much junk and noise out there. Are they probably going to trade down? Yeah, if the deal's right, they'll do it. So let's see. I'm just kind of like at this point. I don't know. I just don't know.
Phil Dawson, the list of picks of presenters. Come on, guys. Phil Dawson. Let's give Phil Dawson deserves to do Carnell Tate. He deserves to announce Carnell Tate, a long-awaiting wide receiver support core we need.
Yeah. So you think they keep the pick at 6 and they're going to take Tate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Who do they take at 24? Who do they take at 24?
They take. I don't know. I've been leaning on you this whole time.
Oh, okay, lean on me.
Yeah, I've been leaning on you. Ever since, Ty was out of there.
Ty Simpson. There's been rumors of him too. I don't see him as a first round quarterback, much less a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, ever since he was gone, that was like pulling the floor out from underneath me. So, because he was the one that if you guys remember, I used, I broke down the quarterbacks according to evaluating them through Bill Parcells' core QB eval and everything, and looking at everyone there, and so ever since that, I'm like, well, fill me in, Lou.
We'll get there, but there's also tomorrow, 1:00 in the afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern time on Amazon Prime. Game 1 of the 2026 NBA playoffs, first series, Cleveland Cavaliers, hosting the Toronto Raptors at the Rocket Arena. So here we go, Cavs. They've reported no injuries, well rested and healthy. Let's see them play. Let's see them start out the series strong. Columbus Aviators are playing tonight.
Yeah, they're playing right now. I've got them on record, so I can rewind and be prepared for my show that I do.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. So I could be like a Zop recruiter. Pause.
And the Cleveland baseball team blew a 4-run lead in the 8th by giving up 6 runs. So, yeah, I was watching the game and they started getting ugly and I just turned it off.
Okay.
But
you don't want to
so
go
we
into
got
this.
that, and then of course, everybody in the sports world's talking about it. Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel, and you were even saying, because you were like, oh hell no, oh hell no. I got the people. If you'd heard the message she left me, oh hell no. Yeah, there were pictures. And what you want to get right into that first and just get that out of the way? Okay.
Get that out of the way. Okay. So
Go ahead.
allegedly, there is reporting, guys, that she was given they both were given the chance. First of all, they both were given the chance to provide photos, support, friends to come forward. To this day, nothing has been given to
To
the
su-
athletic, to no corroborating evidence of photos, friends that are like standing up and things like that, according to multiple reports. Okay, none of that is happening. No photographs saying that, hey, we were all together on a whitewater rafting. We proof that they spent time together. Like they went to Dave and Buster's together and got the meal. They split the bill. You know what I mean? Corroborating evidence that shows that you were in a group. It wasn't just an intimate getaway.
Right. It wasn't just the two of them. Proof that, okay, that's what you're looking for.
Yes,
Nobody.
and
Yeah,
then second of all, the thing that it really ignited me earlier this week, Miss Floyd, a USA Today, she was critical. She said in a post how she's only said what many women feel, that thanks a lot for making it hard for women trying to get ahead in male dominated
Making
field
it harder. Yeah.
and doing it the right way. She was fired by USA Today. And so that is outrageous too. That is another part of this story. Third part of this story is the journalistic integrity may have possibly been violated because
No, it was.
Okay.
It was violated. But go ahead. It was.
because not only we talked about how she was possibly saying negative things to bring down the value of AJ Brown and other players. Also, she was a part of Player of the Year. She was a voting member. She
voted for Coach of the Year and all
yes,
this other stuff.
yes. That really makes you question her judgment. Also, too, I am the last to know about this. Previously, and now Miss Floyd mentioned how years ago she was in a argument with a coach's wife in a parking lot of
Diana
Philly.
Rossini was?
Yes, Diana Russo was in a fist fight in the parking lot, allegedly with a coach's wife in a Chili's parking lot. Miss Floyd cited that. Miss Floyd also, now this is the most demeaning, especially when it comes to women. Women really want to be able to have mentors. Now, of course, men, sure, apprentices and mentors are really valuable with everyone, but it's really important when women in a male-dominated field. Floyd wanted to look up to Deanna, partner with her, and whatever. As soon as she found out her actions, she didn't want to be associated with her. You know what I mean? It's like partnering up. You're with a boss and you've been hired, and you see they're taking money from the till. You don't want to be associated with that. So she had to cut ties and give her mentorship. But yet Miss Floyd is unemployed right now.
I hope she gets a job somewhere else. I was going to say, there was also the rumor was the husband and her husband was suspicious. Which, if you're married and
Wait a minute.
Diana
Who is
Rossini's
suspicious?
husband was suspicious. He
What do you
hired
mean
the
suspicious?
of her sleeping around.
Oh my.
That what was happening, and he hired a private investigator who got the pictures of her and Mike Vrabel together.
Because I love how everyone said, no, this is not an iPhone that some boom. One of us Gen X boomers was man. No, this was a telephoto lens. This was a cheater's telephoto lens.
Well,
This was
yeah.
someone who maybe paid money to get a roofed access because it was private. This was something that me as a plebeian would never be able to see.
No,
It was
no, and it was
exclusive.
a very private, high up
It's
rooftop.
very private. You had
Yeah,
to have
it
a
was.
key
Yep.
and a reason and money and access to be there. This was something for me to plan a trip to Cleveland and have it go out without a hitch. This was something that took coordination and planning and intimacy. This was like the status of planning a honeymoon vacation. You
Yeah.
had to plan this.
Of
You know what
course,
I mean?
of course they did.
Yes,
Like,
and I would hate to be Deanna's girlfriend or her friend and try to help provide cover for her. I would hate to be
nobody's defended her. Nobody's covered for it. Nobody's come out.
exactly. No,
Well-
the slang word is kiki. Everyone has a kiki, a girl that's down for you and whatever, who would hide your lies. I'm teaching I'm teaching you the lesson. But everyone has a kiki, a girl that will hide for you, that will ride or die for you in the middle of the night or whatever. No kiki is raising her hand and saying, "Oh yeah, Dion." No kiki is coming to her rescue. Okay, no one is, and I'm very happy. I'm very proud. I feel there's hope for humanity that no kiki is
It
coming
looks
to her
like Columbus just scored a touchdown.
rescue. Okay.
It looks like it's 14-14, but we'll wait and see. They might review this.
Okay.
With about 50 seconds left in the second quarter.
Okay.
But no, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I got the game on
no.
here.
No.
Columbus, another team. I think. Let me see. That's a touchdown. That's a catch.
Okay.
That's a touchdown. Yeah,
So it's 14 up.
it looks like it. Yeah, but they're going to review it. But it looks good here.
Okay.
And because if at first it doesn't, but looking at the slow mo and the replay,
Okay. Are they
referees
showing Dean Blandino in the studio reviewing it?
no, it was Mike Pereira.
Mike Pereira. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
anyway,
in
we
the-
got to get off subject. Well,
Yeah.
I'll wait. Yeah, Mike Pereira. He's right
Okay,
there.
Mike
And
Pereira.
I can't hear what he's saying because I have it muted
Of course,
But-
we might
because we
don't
got
want
the
to-
show on. But what I wanted to say was, the thing I wanted to do was it was just interesting because people were saying, why is she getting punished? Because she quit. She resigned from the Athletic instead of getting fired. Vrabel can lose his job still if he was leaking information to her. If he was, because
That is right.
if he was, I mean, he's not off the hook. He's not out of the woods.
That
She
is
had
right.
an impropriety look of conflict of interest as a journalist that killed her right away. That has nothing to do with coaching football. But if he was tampering, using her to tamper, and they could prove that, he's gone. I made this point on X. I don't know if you saw this post. I was talking to Spider. And I said, isn't it interesting how 6 months ago everybody was upset that we let him leave as an assistant and stuck with Stefanski?
Say that.
Isn't that interesting?
Say that shit.
It's kind of like, all right. Yeah, they're still reviewing the score. They're still reviewing the touchdown. When you rewatch the record of it, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just towards the end of the second quarter. It's a hell of a
Okay.
catch if they count it.
And this is
It looks
the end
good to
of
me.
the.
There's 50
When I'm.
seconds left in the first half.
Thank you.
Looks
Okay.
good to me.
Yep. I'm always keeping when I'm game watching. I'm writing down the time.
But yeah, do you remember that? Everybody's like, why did we let Vrabel
Yeah.
go? Why did we let Vrabel go? Why did we fire Vrabel? We didn't fire him. He was working as an assistant. Oh boy, what do we got here? UFL, great to despite interference. Okay, it might be reviewing it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, UFL.
Okay.
Yeah, Columbus Aviators.
Thanks for the
It
update,
looks like
Fleck.
It looks like the call stood.
Okay.
The call stood. So 50 it's 14-13. They have to kick the extra point.
Okay.
So yeah, cool. Thanks, Flex. Oh yeah, he said, yeah. Here he goes. You see,
Stan.
I might be a little bit ahead of you on my phone. All right, call stands. Extra point made, 14-14. They're
Okay,
trying to get their
14.
first win. They're trying to get their first
Get
win.
their
tonight,
first
so,
win, yes.
So that'd be nice.
And
But yeah,
let's
go
take a
ahead.
moment. This is his first win. This would mean a lot to him. There's some photos to show that Ted Ginn Sr. is at the game and family. This is his first win coming back from, sadly, being
Yeah.
the DUI.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
DUI is nothing compared to what Vrabel did. So,
yeah, and that's is another thing. And I commend Ted Ginn. While we're on the subject, real quick, he did go speak to the Columbus media about it. He didn't have to. He did not have to. He did speak to Columbus media about it recently on last night's show. I think I retweeted it.
Hmm.
Yeah, he did.
I'm looking at this McDonald's commercial. What are these Happy Meals for? Is that for anime stuff?
Oh, K-pop.
K-pop Demon Hunters?
Yes, K-pop.
Okay,
Demon
my
Hunters.
kids watch that, and my
Yeah,
daughter was
yeah.
Rumi for Halloween.
The sauce was good. The Hunter sauce.
Okay, I just noticed it. I'm just like, huh, what is this? This is
I
weird.
like the Hunter sauce over the demon sauce.
Okay. So we got off subject here, but back to the Rossini Vrabel thing, and I talked about it. This last night when I was recording the Stew Pot with Corey. Yeah, if there's proof of impropriety, not just like of him tampering, he's in trouble. And I hate to say it, guys, but yeah, hindsight's always 20/20, and just because the grass looks greener on the other side doesn't mean it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's just it is what it is, guys. So, the worst part was that the husband was suspicious, and she was saying things, and people were like pulling up clips from her for things that she said before. And I kind of turned last week's show into a red pill manosphere type of show.
Yes.
But I did, but I want to be clear about that. When the wife is doing that publicly and it sounds like it's a joke, oh, it's not a big deal. There's something going on.
Yes. And here's the thing. You treat your partner like you want to be treated. You know, God forbid, if he was to say anything about her,
Oh, he'd be all oh.
us liberal feminist women would be all over him. You know,
Oh.
you treat your partner the way you want to be treated. You know, you treat your partner the way you want to be treated. You know, God forbid if everyone would have been running.
And I say that sometimes the strongest and most powerful thing you can do is just say nothing and just walk away. See, I'm done.
That's the way. Yeah,
Right.
that's the way.
I got nothing to say to you.
Yeah.
I've told you about that things in the past. I've done that. It's like like they don't know what to do. They feed off that drama. They want that drama. Yeah, but someone like her wanting to be called a MILF. She said that, and she's a journalist. She said that on ESPN. I'd like to be called a MILF. I'm like, huh.
That's not appropriate.
That's just is that.
There is I have had off the record conversations with UFL players that I can show Jesus. You know what I mean? That are appropriate, that are platonic, that I did those off the record conversations to try to build relationships, to build trust, and to this day I am not revealing them, you know, because and then I asked for them to give me a bone, throw me a bone that I can take publicly. Sometimes it did not grow to fruition, sometimes it didn't. I just planted the seed. Have integrity. You know, your career can grow if you have integrity. You know, have integrity. Your career will grow. It will grow. She did not have to do this. She did not have to do this.
She had the ability. She didn't have to. She could. Does that make sense? She did it because she could. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Is that a good way to? Well, just because you have the power doesn't mean you have the right.
Yeah.
Where I think, think about it too. Her husband does well. I mean, he actually, meaning earning wise, he's an executive at Steak and Shake, I heard, and he makes a good living. But she's like making really good money doing what she was doing, and she was around like the top athletes in the world, and top people in this field all the time.
That makes it worse. That makes it worse. You, anything comes out. Everything you can. People have anything comes out. There was a woman this week. She said she wanted to show her children how you have to be safe on the internet. Everyone do your stuff, and she showed her background of where she was. She's like, internet, do your stuff. I want to show my children how you have to be safe on the internet. Anything you do comes out. Your husband is the head of a major company, and you're saying you're slandering him. That makes it even worse to me.
He's
I
just
mean,
an
your
English
husband brought back
guy.
tallow in the French
He's
fries.
just like, yeah.
I'm joking, but he brought back tallow in the steak and shake French fries. Why are you gonna bash your man, dear? Why bash
Well,
him?
I just kind of, I don't know any other way to put it, but just it's like, I use the word hypergamy, and being hypergamous, and that's just women's nature. And once you understand that, you'll get it. I'm sure before when he met her and before he got married and all that stuff, she showed red flags, but he ignored them and looked past them. And he might regret it now, but he has 2 kids with her, and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
definite. Depending on where they live, what state they live in, and how the laws work. I mean, there is fault for divorce here. So I mean, I'll see what he's. I guess they're in the process of getting divorced, which I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't put up with it. If you want to step
Now,
out, go ahead.
Yeah.
And we're
The fifth piece of this, you showed me before the show where I kind of went off on Twitter and said, hey, so is she supposedly said sexist? Did you read the article? Because I know sometimes articles make things to clickbait, but she's claiming sex because just because
She's claiming
may not-
sexism because she's the one getting blamed for it.
Okay,
But
It's-
Vrabel is not out of the woods yet.
he's not out of the woods
No.
because Roger Goodell, he likes to. Okay, Roger Goodell sometimes does like to wait a little bit, wait till things die down.
Yeah,
but
they're going to
that
do a
man
full
investigates
investigation.
stuff.
They're going to do.
He does a full investigation.
NFL, the unions there, absolutely, they have to with the players' union and everything. And
Yes.
I don't know if the coaches have a union or not. I don't know how that works, but I'm sure he wants to make sure there's a full investigation.
Yes.
And see if there was any evidence of using this relationship to get intel or tampering. Trust me, I've been around female journalists. They're just as hypergamous as any other woman. So, yeah, it's there, and it just that's just how it operates. But I will say this: the Columbus Aviators are tied. What's Dallas's team name? Renegades.
Renegades,
Dallas Renegades.
which is
Columbus.
Dallas Renegades is one of the best teams. They are perfect.
14-14 at halftime.
Okay. Let's see if we could make some adjustments because we have a tendency to forget the greatness we did first quarter, first
Right.
half.
So we're
let's
talking
see
about
what
that.
we
We
can do.
got the. It looks like I'm going to check that scoreboard real quick. It looks like the Indians, or I call them the Cleveland baseball team. I had it on. I was watching it, and then they just took a crap in the 8th inning. It's like the bases were loaded in 13 pitches, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. So let's see, 6-4 final Baltimore. Okay, so that game's over. All right, great. I get change channels on me for some reason. Okay, so that happened. So we got the Cavs Raptors tomorrow, fully healthy team. Hopefully, when we're back here next week,
I think we're going to take the Raptors. I think
5 or 6
how are the
games.
Raptors been?
Yeah, 5 or 6 games. I think Raptors are a high tempo team. I think, but we're healthy and we're able to stay with them. So,
Okay.
and the game will be on Amazon Prime. If you're looking for the game tomorrow, it'll be on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
That's what I was told. So, anyway, that's that. Now the Rossini thing, the variable thing, but I think I was the only one that made the point. Hey, we're all these people that wanted to keep Vrabel as a coach.
Yes. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Well, Vrabel's a good coach.
And the
I'm not
sexism
disputing
thing,
that.
the sexism thing. I'm sorry, dear, that you getting hit by our quick clickbait society. You know, we want instant gratification. We want to see him. You know, you feel like you want to see him suffer some type of consequences just now, but you know, it's going to be delayed.
Well,
It's
Joy
going to be.
Taylor was doing that crap when she was engaged. She was hooking up with Shannon Sharp. All these other guys, these guys that are around. I, I, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
It's
If
going to
you're in a
backfire.
committed relationship with somebody, why would why be in a committed relationship to begin with if you're going to do that? You're Shannon Sharp. You can get it. He can have anybody he wants, pretty much.
Well, and then you saw what happened to him. He had to give up a lot of money. He had to give up a lot. As soon as he got his contract, um, bam. You know, it what you do, it eventually blows up in your face. You know, you'll
Of
get away
course.
with it for a while, and it just blows up. I feel really bad for the children. I feel really
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, that's the family got blown up over this, and they got to see how their mom uh, and it's going to
You had
build
a
up.
mom that you maybe loved seeing on TV, and dad being torn up. But just imagine being a kid and seeing your mom talk shit about your dad. You know, that's another thing too. That's another thing. That is, they have kids together. See, I didn't even know they had kids together. The way
Mhm.
she talked, I thought they were just a power couple. You know what I mean? I didn't think they had kids here. That is the father of your child. Oh my gosh. This makes it even worse.
It's almost evil. It's almost evil if you think about
Yeah,
it.
it makes it
Well,
even
well, I
worse.
was joking on the stew pot when we recorded it yesterday. I said this. I said this. Despite me wearing my wedding ring, women still approach me.
Oh, then more so. More
Yeah,
so.
I joked. I said it's usually to open jars and lift heavy things, but that was the joke. But I mean, it's kind of. I've had opportunities since I've been. Well, we've been together for 17 years. There's it's been mostly, and I would say 99% of the time it's been through work, where women have. That's usually where it happens. That's where most of extramarital affairs happen, is at the
Yeah, we spend a
workplace.
lot of time at work. Uh-huh.
You spend a lot of time at work. You're around them all the time, and I'm glad I work from home 4 out of the 5 days of the week. Oh, yeah, I'm good with it. So,
Yeah.
but I was just saying was that the reason why, especially after the girls were born, I would never do it, because to me it's like it's not just cheating on my wife, but it's also cheating on my daughters.
Yeah.
It's cheating on
Yeah.
the family. It's betraying the family. It's betraying everything that we
Yeah.
built. It's like, to me, it's like everything we've done, everything we've been through, you threw it all away just to have a fling with somebody. It doesn't make sense to me.
This was a complex story. This was a complex thing because it wasn't just, illicit affair. It was, several months of the tampering and stories and tips, and there are other people. Another thing too, yeah, there's supposedly other people she maybe dallied with. I do believe allegedly Sean McVay. Allegedly. Please confirm that, people. But allegedly
Her and
it was
Sean
other,
McVay.
yeah. So
Is Sean
allegedly,
McVay a married man too? I take it he is. I think he is. I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know. It could have been he maybe got married recently too.
Well,
Something tells me
he's pretty
he
young.
has
He's a
been
younger
married too
guy.
long. Yeah, he
He's
hasn't been married too long.
but
Yeah, he
still.
hasn't been married too long though.
Well, I mean, the thing is, my thing was, why bother? Why would I bother getting married to my wife? Why would I bother doing what I do for my family if I'm just going to do something stupid and piss it away. It makes no sense to me.
Well, it it could, sometimes people are thinking more about the power move more
And
so
they're more in
about,
the moment, and they're more like,
yes, the power move. If I was a CEO of a restaurant, I would love to marry a woman who is in front of a camera. Maybe I could get like a deal with NFL for Steak and Shake. Maybe I can, that sort of thing, you
right.
know.
I
So
don't know if that's why he married her, but I
yeah,
mean,
I'm not saying that's
yeah,
why he married her. But
yeah.
sometimes we can, in IRL, think of more
And
of
and the point,
the name and the
yeah.
merger more than the marriage.
Well, the point I'm making too is not just for how can I put it? Not just for men,
Hmm.
and it's for men and women, not just for women. But it's just like if you're married, you made this commitment. You got a nice clothes. You went in front of a, you were in a ceremony, whether it's religious or in front of a judge. However you did it, you had friends and family. You taking vows that you two are going to make this work and stay true to each other. Then why break that? Why you know do? Well, I mean, I don't. It just doesn't make. Why make yourself miserable? It's
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 crazy.
creating your own drama
Hmm.
is what it is. So okay, that's just me. But yeah, yeah. Hey, you know what? You guys made your bed. Now,
Yeah.
I really didn't hear much from Jason Whitlock on this. Have you?
I haven't heard anything, so it's maybe glass houses type of thing with him.
Yeah,
You
yeah. With the,
know? So
no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
uh, Emmanuel Alcho had the audacity to say something. I'm not even going to repeat it or glorify it.
Called her
Um,
called her chest fake.
what?
So was that him that said that?
I don't know, but he had the audacity to comment on it, and and he was caught up in the affairs with allegedly with Joy Taylor and all of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I gotta tell you, you know,
He has the audacity. He
yeah, yeah, yeah.
is
I could
something
I could
else.
go right into it, but I won't because you'll lose your brain.
Reporting from his living room. He's reporting from
Go
his living
Taylor.
room now.
Ain't
And
about a
maybe
scam.
I am reporting from my living room, but I didn't have an affair and have to drop down and report from my living room. Okay? This is a hobby for me, you know. This is a hobby for me. So I can get a break from the drudgery of nursing.
Yeah,
Not you, Emmanuel Asha.
yeah. I have my own stuff going on. I mean, I don't need to do anything, but I just I have to be honest. It's kind of I hate to say it this way, but I'm mildly entertained by it because it's taken away from the stupid bullshit that's going around about the draft.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
it
It's
has.
kind of like oh,
It has.
I'll listen to this stuff. I'll listen to them talk about Diana
Yeah, it
Rossini and
has. It
Joy
has.
Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of find it funny that it's silly season and we're towards the end of it now. We're towards the end, and you're hearing like this people. You got to understand the environment that we're in and the world we live in,
Mm-hmm.
because we're in the people are trying to get your attention and
Mm-hmm.
get clicks. And G.
Mm-hmm.
Bush said, "Hey, just coming out here and calling balls and strikes, it's not going to get clicks, even though that's what we pretty much do here. I'm not going to come out and say, hey, man, I heard this, or bombshell, new mock draft. Browns are going to take this guy at 6, or they're going to trade back. They could theoretically go from 6 to 12 and pick up a first rounder next year from Dallas and still get their tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe get a little, they can't get a second rounder, but then we'll have 2 first round picks in 2 years, and everybody's saying next year's draft's going to be better. Well, they said that last year about this year's
Yeah.
draft, so
And look at what we
you
did.
don't know. But I was going to say that that could happen if there's a guy at 6 that Dallas wants. It all depends on what happens in those first 5 picks. Everybody knows Mendoza's going 1.
Yes.
Um, I'm trying to see. I think that he was seeing Jeremiah Love going to Tennessee at 4. Jets at 2, and I'm hearing Averill Reese. And yeah, but some were saying that they're going to take probably the best offensive lineman, the top offensive lineman they have on the board. If they could trade back 6 picks, get a pick next year, and still take a guy at 12 and 24, I'm cool with it.
Let's go.
If they could pick up an extra pick next, hey, if they have 2 first-round picks and Dallas sucks next year, that'd be great. Depends if it's the Dallas pick or the Packers pick. It depends on who it is. But here's the other thing too. People are talking about a Myles Garrett trade. What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You rolled your eyes too.
No.
Well, what did I say before? Okay. What Dallas did? They traded Micah Parsons, but what did that do? That left a huge hole in their defense. It did.
They felt it immediately.
They felt it immediately. They got picks. Great. It helped them for the future. They can have a chance to get it. They're going to want it. They need to get a pass rusher this year. So if there's a pass rusher at 6, I think there's a deal in place depending on who's on the board.
Okay.
When we pick. That's what I think.
And who did you think that Dallas was picking? Let's review. You said someone.
I think they Ruben Bain. I would think.
Okay.
They would want Bain.
Out of who? Out of what college?
I believe he's Miami.
Okay.
University of Miami. I would think too a guy to look out for. They were at Jordan Tyson's workout today. He had the Browns were in attendance of a personal workout for Jordan Tyson. So,
what position?
Wide receiver.
Okay.
Jalen Tyson's brother. Yeah, Cavs player's brother. He was Arizona State. Very talented receiver. Only problem with him, the red flag on him is his injury history.
Okay.
In college, but that's it. But he could be a 24th overall.
We got a blessing from the player of the UFL on Carnell Tate. Wide receiver Abdul Hakeem Butler out of the Battlehawks, who is an awesome player, 6'6", 2024 UFL OPOY Player of the Year. He's having a medium year. We're only in week 4 of the UFL season. Hopefully he's going to win tomorrow, help his team win tomorrow. Well, Hakeem Butler retweeted Carnell Tate training video, gave us some good points.
If they take Tate at 6, I would not complain a bit. I would say, okay, I'd be fine with it, but go ahead.
Yep, but gave some good points about him. How his speed, his burst was really good. I forgot the actual tweet. I may retweet it. I think Hakeem has blocked me because I was crushing on him too much. But I didn't see it, so
okay, everybody.
That's another story. So
please.
Well, so because he is 6'6", he's adorable. I think I did suggest to maybe this is what got me blocked from Hakeem Butler. I did suggest, and I at Ralph Lauren, that he could be the next Ralph Lauren model when he's done playing football. Maybe that was what got me.
I'd have to ask Hakeem if I see him.
Maybe that is the one that got me blocked. So I think I am possibly blocked from Hakeem Butler. So, but yeah, he would be the next greatest model. You remember Tyson Beckford from Ralph Lauren, but yeah.
Aviators are driving. They're inside the 10.
Okay.
Early third quarter.
Okay.
So it was a big quarterback run. It was a scramble, McClendon. Now, the draft Thursday night. Friday night. We're going to be here.
Friday night we'll be here.
Marathon watch party. You're gonna.
Tell me the time. 6 o'clock Central.
6 o'clock Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to advertise. I'm going to be promoting it all week. I'm going to be getting out links to people I invited. I had some people, too, that haven't really been on podcasts too much that are on Twitter and X, and I invited them. Just to see, hey, come on. You can come in, you can leave, you can hang out. I invited Lysandra, I invited Lana, invited Vet, invited a bunch of people. If they can make it, great. If they got other plans, no big deal. It's no big deal.
Yeah, but tell some people that are not used to being here, just hang out, just clean a spot,
Touchdown Columbus. Touchdown Columbus.
Okay, all right, yay! Let's go, NBA. Let's go, Plains. That's the newest phrase. Let's go, Plains.
Yeah, it was the quarterback run, fumble, and then
Let's go
Columbus
Plains.
recovered the ball in the end zone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I got some family NIL news too. When you're ready.
Well, okay. Well, we're good. We're good. Now, what I wanted to say was, where are you watching the draft? That's what I wanted to ask.
We're watching draft.
Round one, the first night.
Round one. Probably gonna be hanging out at my BF's house. Yep.
I'll be home. Unless somebody invites me on a pod. I don't know. I haven't heard from anybody, so I mean, you can. I mean, if you guys want to. Nobody's invited me yet, which is I don't care. I really don't give a shit. I might just sit there like a fan, take it in, watch it, see what happens. Might tweet some stuff, say, hey, I think it's going to be this guy. I was at the first round when the Browns picked last year and they traded back. They had the Journey concert. This year for season ticket holders, they had a watch party.
Okay.
It would have been a really cool event because I got 4 tickets. And I could have taken my wife and my 2 daughters, and I think they would have had fun getting autographs and playing the games and participating in the. It started 8:00 at night.
It
It's
starts.
It's a school night, and we both have work, so we have job. It would have been like if it was a Saturday afternoon type of thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they would have had a blast. I've taken them to training camp before.
Yes, I'm going to training camp. I am
Okay,
there.
well, I
Let me know
haven't
if you-
decided yet. I might. That might
I
be.
need some
That might,
Saturday
you know what? Maybe you let me know. We'll try to work something out.
Yep.
Okay, you let me know. We'll try to work something out. But you make it to a training camp. I'd like to go, and everything else. But otherwise, you know, I'm just taking it in. I'm not getting worked up. I'm not going to get all bent out of shape. What's going to happen? Who are they going to take? Oh my God, we got to get this guy. Relax. I think I heard Andrew Berry's press conference. He knows what he's doing. Let the man cook. One last thing. Did you hear Mary Kay Cabot's question to him?
No, I did not.
She goes, well, if by chance the Browns draft Ty Simpson, what would that say about Shedeur Sanders standing with the team?
Oh boy.
And he just looked at her and he said, I'm not going to deal with hypotheticals.
Who answered that?
Andrew Berry.
Oh wow.
He just said,
Wow.
yeah, that you talk about a loaded question.
Uh-huh.
It's like, did we, if we draft, now if they did, I mean, only if they draft him do they have to answer that. Since they said, no, I'm not dealing with hypotheticals.
No.
That
Yeah.
was just complete.
Now, if they draft him, go ahead and ask that
Ask
question.
But
Yes.
if they don't,
exactly.
and I think the Ty Simpson thing's a big smokescreen. There's a lot of smoke with trading back with Dallas. I think there's so much smoke it almost makes me think it won't happen. What do you
And
think?
another thing too, you got to remember, guys. They now announced they have less time, so they for their draft picks. I do believe.
What's the time in between picks now in the first round? Is it 5 minutes or 10?
I think it's now 5 minutes. They've reduced the time. Yes, they've reduced
Interesting.
time.
Okay. Well, let me Google that while you're talking. Go ahead, give us your NIL news, your family NIL news. That sounds exciting.
All right, I've got some exciting NIL news. I have Ade Popola number 0 on the Tulsa. Tulsa had a great run this season. Tulsa had a great run. They went all the way to the NIT. They lost to Auburn. Charles Barkley was at the game supporting his alma mater. But Ade is taking his last year of eligibility to DePaul University. To DePaul University. I'm so proud of
DePaul
him.
University.
But
Nice.
number 0 is going to DePaul University. Tulsa.
It is reduced to 8 minutes.
Reduced to 8 minutes?
Yes. Previous 10 minutes. Now it's 8 minutes.
8 minutes, yeah.
So that's like a 2-minute difference. And 2 minutes is a very long time for a man. I had to make. I was there. Yeah.
They're going to stretch it out. They're going to find ways to stretch it out. They're going to get there. It's going to be 10
They're going to
minutes.
think about
It's just
baseball.
that, yeah, it's just they're building just more urgency in getting this.
Yeah.
You know, you've got all year. You've got
Yeah.
a bunch of scenarios. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's going on. But great news about the NIL in your family. That's exciting, awesome. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's
Number
fantastic.
0.
So I'm not posting any mock drafts. I think mock drafts are an absolute waste of time
No.
to look at anything. I think the one thing for sure that's going to happen is Mendoza's going to the Raiders first overall.
That's all. I think that's all we know.
And if the Browns would have lost the last 2 games to the Steelers and the Bengals, we would be holding that pick.
Oh, good point.
Yeah. And I remember people complaining that we won those games. Yep, 30 picks. 2 minutes could shave off a whole hour. Yep, absolutely. Well, it used to be, Flex,
Yeah.
it used to be 15 minutes in between picks, and if there was a trade, the team that made the trade got 15 minutes to pick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was bad. I'm talking like 30, 35 years ago.
Well, Roselle was like at the clips of Roselle at the board.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clips of Roselle at the board. Yes.
First rounds taken.
That was Flex always did not like the did not like the draft because of the time. So maybe we can get Flex to watch the draft this year.
Well, the one
Yeah.
reason why I also went to the Journey concert was because I knew we were picking early. So I could watch the pick there. And I remember when they announced the trade, people, boo, boo, people were booing and they were angry. And I had to call Ethan. God, I love the guy to death, man. He's a good friend and all. I'm like, Ethan, chill, relax, brother. It's all good. It's all good. We're good, man. It's all. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. And then once they kind of saw, like, okay, so we got an extra second, and it turned into Mason Graham, Quinson Judkins, and whoever we take at 24. Going back 3 spots. I think we got a pretty good deal. And Travis Hunter, he could be a great player. He could be a great player.
Yes, I hope
he had a
he's
rookie
healthy.
year. He got injured, so he missed most of his rookie season with injuries. I mean, he's great talent, great athlete. He's a good kid. And so is Shador Sanders. I mean, he dropped, you think about a BS story about him with the Giants and all the stuff that goes around. And, but we're getting criticized because we took Gabriel in the 3rd round with a second 3rd round pick that was almost in the 4th round. So he was practically a 4th round pick, but he wasn't. He's a 3rd rounder. Then we take another flyer on another quarterback because a guy that was like at least a 1st or 2nd round talent was sitting in the 5th round. That's value. You take him. Of course, you take a shot at him. So he got drafted by the Browns. And he actually won 3 games for us last year as a rookie. You know how many games Peyton Manning won his rookie year as
How
a
many?
starting quarterback? 3.
Wow.
I'm not saying he's the next Peyton Manning. I'm not. I'm not. No, but I'm making a point. You know how many games Tom Brady won his rookie year when
6.
he started? 0. He never played in the
0.
rookie year. Yeah, he didn't play.
Oh
he
my
didn't, yeah, he nobody. He's just like he was a 5th round pick. He was just a guy. And then he comes in after Bledsoe got hurt. And then and Belichick saw what he had, and he's like, "Yeah, I got to stick with him." And he won the Super Bowl that year.
Yep.
So it's one of those things, my friend. One of those things. Oh, it's interesting.
Oh yes, and back to Tom Brady. Did they really photograph players in their underwear at the? Was that at the draft? Do they?
I don't remember that.
Remember the classic photo of Tom Brady underwhelming in his boxers?
Oh, I think they were shorts, but yeah.
Oh, okay. It looked like pale white boxers. It did.
Yeah, those are just
I
shorts.
thought those were boxers. Those are shorts. They look like boxers. They look like Grandpa's boxers. Those are shorts. All my life, I thought that was a picture of Tom Brady in his boxers. Oh gosh. Please tell me those are boxers, because all my life I thought that was a picture of Tom Brady standing there in his boxers.
No, it wasn't Tom Brady, but he looked very underwhelming and very, how can I put it?
Are those boxers?
Yeah. Well, he really didn't do well in the combine either. Kind of like he was just a guy. So we covered everything we were going to talk about. I think
We'll wrap up.
we can wrap up and everything. I just want to see the Dallas Renegades and Columbus Aviators. I believe I have to check the score real quick. They just came back from commercial. I wasn't paying too close attention. It looks like
What are any predictions for Cavs?
I said
Tomorrow.
Cavs in 5. You mean
Cavs in
tomorrow? I think they're going to win game 1.
Tomorrow, you think they're gonna get game 1? Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
I
they'll
heard
take
you
game
say
1. I
Cavs
think
in
they'll drop a
5.
game in Toronto and they'll win game
Okay.
5. I think too. This team's well rested and they don't have any injuries to report. So
Okay.
that's it. It is 21-14. Columbus. It looks like Columbus has the ball. Let me see. I got to make the screen bigger. Sorry, because my eyes are
21. What's the score?
21-14 Columbus.
Okay.
With 8:23 left in the third. There's lots of game left.
Lots of game left. Okay.
Yeah, lots of game left. So, people, thank you. Flex, thanks for the comments. Check out the sponsor of the show. Click on the link, allthatbutter.com. The Beard Butter. Click on the promo. Use the promo code STEW15, STEW 15 for 50% off your order. Thank you for joining us, Posh. Thank you as well. We'll see you guys next week, 7:00 sharp. We will be here for Draft Night 2, the second and third round of the 2026
I
NFL
can't believe
Draft.
it's here. We made it.
Well, we're 6 days away, and we've got a great amount of we've got a lot of material to talk. We're gonna have plenty to talk about with a group of people. So I really appreciate all of you and thank you. I mean, seriously, and the people that keep their heads on straight while doing journalism things and not trying to get clicks and bait. I really respect you even more now because people that are actually talking sensible is what I like. And I'm talking about 2 guys specifically. I'll name their names: Quincy Carrier, G. Bush. I mean, there's other ones doing it too, but those are the ones I wanted to point out because G. Bush actually said this: calling balls and strikes don't get you clicks.
I
He
say
calls balls and
Chef
strikes.
say. I say
Who?
Chef say. Chef say. He's
Chef
been
say,
put-
yeah, okay.
I
Another
think
one.
he's
I'm gonna invite Thorell from My Dog's podcast as well. He's really good.
Okay.
Good friend. I mean, so we got. I haven't talked to him in a long time. There's a lot of people on Brown's podcast I haven't talked to in a long time.
Yeah,
Been so
that's
busy.
good.
Life does
Yeah.
that to you, man. But hey, appreciate all of you. Let me get to
Your
the music.
draft
God,
day.
yeah, we got to get to that music here. We got to get to that hold
Good.
music.
Hold music.
I was on the wrong screen. I'm busy looking at comments. Yeah. So what? Let me see. What is? Hang on. God bless my computer. What is this? It? Oh, this is it. This is it. There we go.
So,
Again, thank you, Posh. I hope everything's well in St. Louis.
yes.
Oh, it looks like there's almost a fight. A little scuffle. between
Oh,
the players.
oh no! That he's ruining the vibe of the chill outro music.
That's okay. They were separated quickly. I think.
Okay.
But Columbus has the ball.
Fight at the Aviators game. Okay.
Oh, they got him in the backfield.
What happened?
Tackle for a loss. Thank you all. We'll see you
All
next
right.
week for night 2 of the NFL draft of this year.